I'm here with Chief Dubie the night before his premiere on November 16th at the Tivoli Theater for a documentary short presentation competition on eccentrics and outsiders. Chief, say hello.
Hello.
I just want to ask you a few questions real quick to kind of get your opinion on some things. Why are you for the legalization of marijuana?
Well, it's like the Bible said, to honor the Sabbath day and to keep it holy. And we've used up our freshwater reserve. We've used up the ozone. We've used up our forests. We've used up our minerals. And frankly, it's time to plant the planet. It's the millennial Sabbath. God gave us a greenhouse. What do you do with the greenhouse? You plant it. Let's plant the planet.
So, explain a little more, why do you want to plant the planet? In terms of, you're going against major authorities here. What is the goodness of hemp, and why would it succeed as in terms of planting the planet? What would it bring humanity to plant the planet?
Okay, well, America's bankrupt. We need jobs. We need jobs. And hemp has 50,000 uses that would create millions of jobs. It would put us all to work. It would create tax revenue to pay off our deficit, for we would not be slaves, be not enslaving our future generations. And hemp is the most human soluble food that would feed the planet. Hemp oil is the most viable renewable fuel that we have. It has 50,000 uses, people. We're using bigotry to outlaw this plant that gave our sovereignty to the oil companies, to the monopolies, to the corporations. We're enslaved ourselves out of bigotry. Come on, wake up, man. We're all Americans or no Americans. Are we Americans or are we Americans?
So with that said, how would you describe the ongoing battle to legalize, and recently it's come to light that there's a bill before the Missouri House to legalize marijuana for income to the state. Do you support this bill, and what do you think can come from this bill if it passes?
Well, I see good and bad from it. I see that they want to outlaw tobacco to put something else on the black market for the gangsters and to fill up the prisons, like they put marijuana on the black market to fill the bill for prohibition. However, we need to quit all the wars. How can we afford all these wars? America's fighting what? Wars all over the whole world. For what? For corporations, for power, for control, to install the globalist government. We don't need a one world government. We don't need tyrants. We need to reinstate the Constitution. But I don't understand how America can declare war on the American people and on a plant. How can we declare war against nature? God is nature. God is the seed. And what do we now? All of a sudden we're agents of Monsanto, agents of genetic engineering. It sounds more like Hitler is taking over the United States. Give me a break, man. Open up your eyes. Do you not see Nazis? Are you alive or are you Memorex? If you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. Are we repeating history because we've been dumbed down and all we know is video games and Madonna? Come on, Lady Gaga. Wake up and smell the cannabis.
So with that said, how would this bill, if it passed, benefit people in Missouri? Tell us directly.
Well, for one thing, when you label people criminals, they become criminals. You exclude people from jobs, where are they going to get their income? They're going to rob you. The first casualty of war is truth, and the whole war on drugs is based on lies and deception. Satan is the deceiver, but we could not have the war on drugs without deceivers. So how would it benefit it? Because we wouldn't be at war with our neighbors no more. We're being beat down with fear. Don't fear your neighbors, fear the government who's dividing us. Divide and conquer. I'm not to divide, I'm here to unite. You want to divide? Well, go divide yourselves. It's time for us people, the children of the light, to unite. Unite, unite, be one.
Speaking of oneness, how is coming together as one going to benefit us all?
Because divided we have fallen, united we will stand once again. The corporations will fall. It's the end of their world, it's not the end of ours. Everybody keeps, oh, it's the end times, it's the end times. No, it's the end times for deception, lies, darkness. It's the new beginning for the light, for the truth, for the way, for love. Time for love now.
If you had one thing you wanted to say to the world, and this was your last chance to say it, what would you tell them?
Love is the way. That's the only thing I know. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive each other. We have to become one somehow, but we have to wake up and realize that there's going to be a solidification of our vibrations coming up. This ecliptic, when we hit 2012, when we hit the galaxy's plane of existence, the cross, the galactic equator, all the vibrations are going to solidify. And there's the rainbow of light, and then there's the rainbow of darkness. Which one are you? We're all our own judge. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. But we do not have to allow them to browbeat us forever. Forgiveness takes a confession and contrition. You have to undo what you did in order to be forgiven. You can't just say, oh, forgive me, I'm sorry, oh, I didn't know what I was doing, and then, No, I'm sick of that shit, man. Don't come after me with your false-faced, two-faced shit. Stand on it, or fall with it.
With that said, do you think that people have a chance to redeem themselves?
Always. Always. Instead of looking at each other with the fork of judgment, look at our own reflection and look and see inside. Look inside, man. We're all transposing our hate, our judgment, our past on everybody else instead of ourselves. I'm so sick of hypocrisy and bigotry. Oh, I should be free because I'm a woman, but you smoke pot, you should go to hell. What the hell kind of shit is that? Come on now, you're not free if I'm not free. You have no rights. You can't use the Constitution to give you rights and then use the Constitution to take my rights. Either we're all Americans or there's no Americans. Either we're all free or no one is. Because if a nation like a family is only as strong as the weakest link. So let's destroy the weakest link. We destroyed it all. So let's hold up the weakest link and keep us together. United we stand.
If you could say one thing to the American people to sign off, to say goodbye, say it now.
We're one or we're none. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie, or it's time to rise and be one.